Afghan President Hamid Karzai met with President Obama at the White House this week, and while the two men appeared to mend their sometimes strained relationship, many wonder what's going to be the future between these two countries. Joining us now is Jamie McIntyre, host of The Line of Departure, a daily blog on military.com. Jamie, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so as recent as a few weeks ago, there was talk this visit might not even happen. I mean, there clearly have been some tensions between the two countries. How do you think it went this week?
Well, you know, when I was watching President Obama and President Karzai, I was thinking to myself, you know, can this marriage be saved? And probably more importantly, can this strategy be saved? Because with all the make nice and sort of papering over some of the differences and the pledges from Karzai to do more about corruption and do more to take more responsibility, not a whole lot has changed. And in fact, the United States is still working with what has essentially been, you know, a sort of very unreliable partner. The big problems are still the same. Corruption in Afghanistan. You know, you can't have a local populace that's going to embrace the Afghan government if they don't have confidence in it. But at the end of the day, it's like former Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld said, to paraphrase him, you go to war with the partner you have, not the partner you hope to have in the future.
And, you know, you talk about the corruption and the pressure on Karzai and his country to get their act straightened up. But there's a lot of pressure for the administration to be hardball on that kind of thing. But then we have Karzai responding by saying the West is too involved. They threw the last presidential election, throwing out a threat, whether it was a joke or not, to join the Taliban. I mean, how do we walk that delicate line with them?
Well, one of the problems that the United States has is they have a long-term strategy, but they're trying to employ it on a short-term time frame. You know, as the President pointed out, all of the reinforcements that are supposed to be there for the surge are not yet there. But when they get there, they're going to be starting to prepare to leave. This is, and then the Afghan people are going to be there. You know, at military.com, we have a couple of reporters who've just gone over to embed there to try to get a handle on this. And of course, what you see is, you know, the U.S. troops there and the Allied troops, you know, they're having a lot of success in sort of small areas. But there's an increasing feeling among a lot of the troops that the overall strategy is not going to produce the result they're looking for in the time frame that we're talking about. So it's just a very problematic situation.
Do you think we can depend on Karzai? The U.S. can?
I don't think Karzai is capable of delivering what the United States wants from him, even if he wanted to, because of the problems with corruption. I mean, his own brother is part of the problem. He's one of the regional leaders that the United States would like to get somebody more responsible in. But, you know, Karzai's not in a position to push his brother out. And he's not in a position to be able to unite this country. And if you look at the history of Afghanistan and how wars have ended there in the past, it really doesn't bode well for the strategy.
All right, Jamie McIntyre, always great to see you. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Well,